So now I'm really intrigued because I'm sure this nudging strategy is one of the ones that wasn't stupid. Perfect segue. Love to have you define what is in the notion of customer experience and specifically in a contact center. What is a nudging strategy? What does that mean?
Think of it like this. If you have kids and you want them to do a chore, if you tell them, hey, do this now or I'll something, you're just going to hit a brick wall of resistance and it's going to be fighting. And as soon as you command something or demand something or order something, if you're in the army, then you've trained it for 2 years that you've got to do it right now. If you don't do it, as we said, in this second, someone's going to die. Obviously, there are cases where you need strict orders. But usually, most of the time, you need to transform something and get something somewhere, and you can't do the giant leap in one go. I can do an example. We worked on a case with a large bank in Sweden, and people were having pension insurances where you're locking your money away from age 20 until you're 65. And you're combining pension and insurance and old age into one package. So it's probably the most boring thing a person can think of besides going maybe to the dentist or something. And the bank wanted all of their customers to do a change. And they had tried for 2 or 3 years trying to make people do this change. They wouldn't listen, they wouldn't hear, they would forget about it. And then they came to an agency that I was working on at that time. So we thought, if we're going to have them do this, we need to rethink this. And this was maybe 15 years ago. So you needed to sign a physical paper and mail it in. So how can you get 100,000 people to sign a form that they don't understand, they don't want to do, have no interest, and if they can, they're just going to push it. So we had to create some kind of nudging strategy for this. So we just segmented it into maybe 15 small steps where we just slowly move the customer towards the desired result. And it started a kind of classic. They get an email informing them about something. And in the email, it said, we will send you a postal mail in the coming week. Please look at it when you get it. The day it was sent out, they got a text message. We finally sent you the postal message. Go find it. 2 days after it was supposed to have arrived, we called them. Hey, this is us from the bank. We just want to make sure that you've gotten our postal message. Could you put it on your kitchen table? What time is a good time for me to call you? Okay, Thursday at 2:00. I'll hold you to that, Steve. Perfect. And then they got an email confirmation saying that we would have a meeting. You got a text message. In 2 hours' time, it's your meeting, and we called them again. And probably half of them had already lost their papers, so we had to resend a new paper, a new document, etc. And all of this time, we had to explain the benefits of the choice because they had to make a choice. Small baby steps, pushing them slightly further until they were at the position to make a choice.